there is no limit to inquisitive mind and perfection of knowledge. The Infinite Science program focuses on the latest scientific achievements, new developments, and unique discoveries by Kazakh scientists. Infinite Science is an opportunity to see the future of science.
American scientists from California were able to transform skin cells into neurons and thereby grow a human adult brain in the lab. What's more, the artificial brain maintains signs of aging changes. This gives an opportunity to study aging processes in the cells and aid humanity in the fight against Parkinson's and Alzheimer. Hello, my name is Irke Muhanbet, and you're watching Infinite Science. Coming up. Metabolic syndrome. Excess of iron in the body can disturb metabolic activity. Cleaning of industrial waste. How to recycle water and non-ferrous metals. The fight against soil salinization. A good harvest without excessive expenditures. According to statistics, excessive weight and obesity cause more deaths than lower than average body mass. A higher body mass index often leads to a whole array of health problems. The causes of excessive weight can be various. One of them, disruption in metabolic activity. Metabolic syndrome is a whole complex of various disturbances of the metabolic processes in the body. It serves as an indicator of an increased risk of cardiovascular diseases, type 2 diabetes, and obesity. According to the World Health Organization, more than 1 billion people in the world suffer from excess weight, which entails a risk of developing metabolic syndrome. Today, this problem is relevant for Kazakhstan as well.
For
Kazakhstan, this problem is very relevant. Among residents of the city, as well as rural areas, the incidence of arterial hypertension is from 24 to 27%. This was the reason for beginning our research in this field. Scientists at the International Kazakh-Turkish University in Turkestan are working on the problem of metabolic syndrome. In the last 3 years, more than 938 patients were examined in the clinic of the university. All the patients kept a diary of foods consumed. Thus, every day they wrote down everything that they ate. Afterwards, scientists conducted a full medical exam.
Мы получили интересные данные, что большинство наших пациентов
We have received interesting data showing that the majority of our patients are not maintaining what is considered healthy nutrition habits, and a very high percentage of them consume red meat. Overall, 98% of our sample patients answered that they consume a large amount of red meat. Consumption of a large amount of red meat leads to an overburdening of the body with iron. It was discovered that residents of the region around Turkestan consume 1.5 times more iron than is necessary. Excess iron starts to accumulate in the liver. The main processes of disintegration, synthesis of hydrocarbons, occur in the liver. Also, disruption of the regulatory mechanisms occurs, and all this leads to a further worsening of the situation, disruptions in the metabolism, and further development of the metabolic syndrome. Kazakhstani scientists have proven that excess consumption of iron may cause metabolic syndrome. That is why it is very important to maintain healthy nutrition habits and control iron consumption. The main cause of pollution in Kazakhstan's water basins is disposal of wastewater. Usually there are 2 classifications for it: sewage sanitary and industrial. Both types can be cleaned and recycled for reuse. However, the cleaning process of industrial wastewater can result in not just clean water as a final product. Recycling water for reuse is an important task for the global scientific community. To this day, many methods for cleaning water have been invented, but the search for more efficient means does not cease. Industrial wastewater presents special interest. The reason? Wastewater disposed by plants and factories contain non-ferrous metals. They are very harmful to the human organism. At the same time, they can be retrieved and reused. Kazakhstani scientists of the Institute of Catalysis and Electrochemistry are offering their own technology for the cleaning of industrial wastewater. Unlike other treatment methods, this one does not create hazardous working conditions. It does not require the use of high temperatures or chemical substances. The unique aspect of our method lies in the fact that it does not entail the use of chemical agents. Everything occurs due to the impact of electricity.
Ең тиімді, ең ұтымды әдісі ол электрохимиялық әдіс болу керек.
Water is passed through an electrolysis tank which has copped graphite electrodes. Their shape and size ensures electrodes have a wide area of contact with the water. Thanks to this, the intensity of electrolysis increases by 100 times. As a result, the ions of non-ferrous metals settle on the electrodes. Then they can be removed. The advantage is that the silver, copper, nickel, and other metals that are extracted from the wastewater can be reused.
Кереметі.
At the same time, water is also recycled for reuse. Depending on the level of pollution of water, the voltage and intensity of the electric currents are adjusted. The electrochemical method demonstrates high level of purification and safety. This makes it not only effective, but also environmentally friendly. Today, the inventors of this technology are planning to introduce it at the oil processing plants of Kazakhstan for the cleaning of industrial wastewater.
The
fertility of soil, alongside access to water, can be considered as one of the most important conditions for the livelihood of humanity. However, the area of land that is arable decreases every year. In Kazakhstan, this happens because of salinification. In order to desalinize soil, Kazakhstani farmers traditionally use collector and drainage networks of channels. However, the system falls into disrepair quite quickly. It is quite costly to constantly maintain it in a working condition, but the lower throughput capacity of the channels results in the intense secondary salinification of the soil. The level of subsoil water starts to rise. It evaporates, and salt remains on the surface. This is secondary salinification. How to avoid salinization of the soil without labor-intensive measures? Kazakhstani scientists of the Institute of Soil Sciences and Agrochemistry have developed a technology right for this task. They are proposing a simple and effective method, not to get rid of the salt in the soil, but instead to neutralize its impact. This is possible with the pre-treatment of seeds with special zinc sulfide-based solution. Once in the soil with the seeds, the solution protects the germinating seedlings from the impact of salts. At the same time, this technology improves crop yield. This nutritive substance, which is found in the endosperm, gets into the seedling, and spurting accelerated growth of the crop. The germinating period of the seeds is 2 to 3 weeks shorter, which means that the level of required mineral fertilizers and irrigation water is lower. All these factors combined make this technology cost-efficient and environmentally friendly. But in order to achieve such results, scientists conduct a thorough analysis of the soil and choose an optimal solution composition.
Мы знаем состояние этих наших почв, ставим диагнозы.
We know the state of our soil and set a sort of a diagnosis. If the state of the soil is known, then it is easier to implement measures to improve its fertility. This approach allows to get good harvest yields in soil with different levels of salinification. In addition, this technology is constantly being improved. Today, thanks to its effectiveness, cost efficiency, and simplicity in use, more and more farmers of Kazakhstan are introducing it into their agricultural production. Soil, one of the most important natural resources. To restore it after degradation is very difficult and takes more than one generation of efforts. That is why science continues to search for more effective methods of preserving the fertility of soil. More on this in our next program. Discover infinite science with us. Until next time.